So Josh, what is this DeFi revolution?
Well, in short, Supra's DeFi Revolution is all about building stronger MEV resistance and an automation-enabled DeFi ecosystem, or AutoFi for short. Together, they will enable new revenue streams for stakeholders while boosting execution quality for end consumers in the end. But let's back up for a second. If you look at DeFi today, it has a lot of holes in it with band-aids stuck on them. I mean, DeFi was supposed to be decentralized finance, it's still kind of dependent finance. We've got toxic MEV running rampant, and the system kind of falls apart without external liquidators and arbitrageurs, for example. And most dApps we use daily depend on 5 different services that run on their own separate networks.
That's very on point. I look at the bottom line and it broadly affects 2 things: value flows and execution quality. Value flow is simple. The more people you rely on, the more value flows away from you. Liquidators, arbitrageurs, external services, MEV bots and whatnot, they all take some value out of the system. Value that could otherwise be flowing to builders and communities. But execution quality is much less talked about though. I think primarily because it's so hard to solve, but I think you and our research team have been diving deep into this.
Exactly. Execution quality simply speaks to how efficiently, fairly, and transparently a blockchain processes transactions and executes smart contracts. And to improve this, you really need a big upgrade to the underlying systems, one that could spark a full-on revolution.
And that's what we mean by this new DeFi revolution on Supra, right?
That's right. Execution quality is our North Star here at Supra. And with full vertical integration of native oracles, native automation, and smart contracts within Supra L1, we are actually able to build multiple systems to boost execution quality that helps more value flow into the hands of our builders and their users. And these systems are not possible anywhere else today.
Wait, so let's dig into how we're doing this. Like, what are these systems that boost execution quality here?
Of course, so we're in the process of bringing a lot of native systems to Supra mainnet right now that are built on top of our native services. But let's focus on 3 key pillars that directly affect execution quality and value flows. MEV resistance, preventing malicious actors from exploiting transaction ordering. Auto-liquidations, ensuring protocols remain solvent without manual intervention. Auto-Arbitrage, keeping spreads tight and markets efficient.
Okay, let's just unpack each of these a bit for our users. So first we have MEV resistance. I think it's widely understood how toxic MEV happens when node operators manipulate transaction ordering to extract unfair profits. Stuff like front-running and sandwich attacks. Supra is bringing randomization to execution ordering. This is going to be done with deterministic random seeds generated by our threshold signature scheme. Essentially, this makes it impossible for bad actors to predict execution, neutralizing their ability to exploit order flow. And to prevent spamming, where attackers flood the network to increase their chances of favorable execution, we'll hit them with localized fee markets. This makes spamming prohibitively expensive while maintaining fair execution for legitimate transactions. Overall, this MEV protection strategy shuts toxic MEV farmers out while keeping more value in the hands of our builders and users.
Yes. And next up we have auto-liquidations. Native automation on Supra will enable execution of preset transactions with 0 block delay, a literal first for any blockchain. Using this capability, we are building a chain-level system to check for liquidation opportunities at the end of every single block, and execute them deterministically and transparently. This will ensure liquidations happen at the exact moment a position becomes under-collateralized, preventing cascading failures and keeping lending markets solvent. And because it's fully automated, it eliminates the inefficiencies of manual intervention.
And by the way, this will all be possible at scale with Supra's network-owned liquidity plans, which will be a decentralized treasury that will serve as a liquidity backstop. So when liquidations occur, the automation network simply borrows funds from the treasury via a flash loan, executes the liquidation, and repays the borrowed funds instantly, while collecting a liquidation fee. This not only leads to better execution of liquidations, but also generates revenue for the network, which goes towards our network-level DeFi revenue sharing strategy.
We see a similar situation with Auto-Arbitrage too. Long story short, DeFi protocols today rely on arbitrageurs to stay solvent and keep price spreads tight. On Supra, we can use our native automation to detect arbitrage opportunities at the end of every block and execute trades using the decentralized treasury. The result? Better pricing, lower slippage, and higher execution quality for everyone using DeFi protocols. This will also ensure that any possible arbitrage profits stay within the ecosystem. Instead of going out to external actors, it goes towards our network-level DeFi revenue sharing strategy as well.
Now, while auto-liquidation and auto-arbitrage help deliver better execution, which leads to better user experience and developer experience, they are also great for business because they generate real sustainable revenue for the network. It creates a beautiful, sustainable DeFi revenue model, where auto-liquidation fees and auto-arbitrage profits will be shared partly with the dApp, where the execution occurs to support DeFi protocols and strongly align incentives with them, then with the node operators to compensate those who facilitate execution, and finally, the community-governed decentralized treasury, which will equip the ecosystem with more resources. This can be used to buy back Supra tokens, which are then held in the network treasury to fund incentives, development, and ongoing network expansion.
This network treasury plays a key role as well here because it really puts more power and resources in the hands of real users and community. Effectively, this creates a sustainable revenue stream for the community itself and allows them to decide what they'd like to do with it. They could pass proposals to put it towards DeFi incentives, carry out an airdrop, dedicate it to builders, or come up with more ideas on how to make the most of this resource. It's controlled by the community, for the community.
The impact this can have is really amazing, Josh. And going beyond these automated systems, I also saw our team working on something even more exciting for retail users, because we're exploring no-code DIY DeFi automation bots as well. This will essentially democratize programmable DeFi strategies for retail users. What this means is non-technical users will be able to create and deploy custom execution strategies on-chain using Layer 1 smart contracts, Oracle price feeds, and automation. These strategies can be triggered by real-world inputs like price feeds, interest rate cuts, job reports, weather data sentiment analysis, global events like the end of wars or major market shifts. This on-chain automation means retail users can create their own transparent, deterministic trading strategies, like an on-chain bot that continuously executes based on real-world data.
This is going to be insane, to be honest. The possibilities for users to automate based on deterministic controls that execute actions with zero block delay is going to be revolutionary in itself. Add everything else to the picture, and we truly end up with a real DeFi revolution. And it's all possible on Supra because, unlike other blockchains, Supra is the only platform with a vertically integrated stack that includes Layer 1 smart contracts, high-speed price oracles, automation execution at the protocol level, cross-chain communication. With one Layer 1 running smart contracts, native oracles, and native automation, we bring a whole new level of execution quality to blockchain. The implications of these chain-level upgrades are massive. By eliminating inefficiencies, preventing bad actors from extracting value, and empowering everyday users with sophisticated tools, the Supra DeFi revolution can become the foundation for a new era of DeFi, one that is truly inclusive, transparent, and hell-bent on delivering peak execution quality.
This can effectively be seen as DeFi 2.0, which will boost execution quality of DeFi by orders of magnitude and give institutions, developers, and retail users automation-enabled tools to help them use DeFi more efficiently, transparently, and fairly than ever before.
Yes, exactly. That's what our DeFi revolution is all about. By the way, did you see this QR code at the bottom, right? Give it a scan, and you'll notice it brings you to ProofVerify.ai. This is ProofVerify, and it aims to help folks verify if content is from legit sources or not, saving them from deepfakes or AI content posing as real. Like this video itself is actually AI-generated avatars of Jon and I, but you can verify that it was created and shared with the authorization of Supra's official channels here. While DeFi remains our core focus, Supra is also aiming to become a top AI-enabled organization. As increasing misuse of AI and fake news drive people to lose trust in content, we need platforms like ProofVerify.ai and the Supra blockchain to authenticate content and restore that trust. All right, let's get back to the Supra DeFi revolution now.